all the things that inspired you in the first quarter, what inspired you the most?
I'll be honest with you here. Until I saw your outline, I was struggling to find out something in the news that did. But when I read this article about fellow Texans coming to the rescue after the fire devastates the Panhandle, that was it.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned to me the fact that this effort has received no attention from the national corporate-controlled lamestream media.
It's so amazing, Joseph, to see the drivel and the irrelevancy and all the stuff that's pouring out of the Shriekometer. And there you have all these ranchers and livestock and 1 million acres. That is a huge fire.
Yep.
And not a word. It's like it doesn't exist.
Yep. Well, the thing that got me about that was inspiring was the fact that it wasn't covered by the mainstream corporate-controlled media. Because if you have a bunch of people banding together to solve a problem without the involvement, apparently, of the state authorities or of the local authorities and just going out and doing it.
It's not just a few people. You're talking about thousands of volunteer fire people, the sheriff, the sheriff's office, the ranchers, everybody working together. One of the ranchers wrote me and said, you know, the popsicle index is still 100% in the Panhandle.
Yep. Well, that's why they didn't cover it, because this was not a centralized government FEMA solution to a problem. This was people saying, forget about the government, forget about the emergency declarations from the governor or the president or what have you. They just went out and did it. And, you know, we were talking earlier about when you and I were in school, elementary and junior high school, we learned about the old barn raising parties that people on the frontier back in the 19th century would have. They would get together and build a barn for a farmer in the area. You know, everybody'd bring potluck dinner, the men would put up the barn, the women would cook the dinner, the children would play, and at the end of the day you had a barn. And, you know, that was a local solution, everybody chipping in, buying the materials and so on and so forth. That was a local solution to a local problem. Utterly, totally, completely bypassing any government. And this is what they've done in the Panhandle. That's why it's not on the news, and that's why it's significant.